Okay, so here we are with another live, but this time it's going to be about tarot reading. It's going to be all about tarot and all the good stuff. Twin flame journey, twin flame connection, twin flame runner chaser, twin flame issues, and all about the twin flame. Because twin flame rays don't need me at all. They do not need readings. Twin rays don't need anything. They're on the path. They are the teachers, healing facilitators. They are amazing. And they're out there walking the planet as we speak. They are helping your journey remotely. You'll never meet them in many cases, but that's okay. In their love, in their connection, in their devotion to each other, they are helping you come to this alignment. As long as you don't let your monkey mind dictate your consciousness. If you allow the monkey mind to control your thoughts, then yeah, you're pretty much fucked. For anything, actually. Fuck the twin flame, all of it, honestly. But here, we're going to be talking about the energies of the divine masculine, and we are going to be talking about the divine masculine. I'll tell you why. Because we need to talk about the twin flame masculine, who is on his healing journey, who is working to figure himself out, and then we'll go right into the feminine journey. Thank you, Jennifer, for sharing the live. I appreciate it. So I'm waiting for 9 people to get on. If you guys can share the live, that would be great. Let's get 9 people on. It's my number. It's a powerful master number. And so let me know when you can share the live. So if you could be generous with your time and share the live, that'd be awesome. It doesn't take more than a few clicks. I don't ask you to hit the screen to love it. I've noticed a lot of people do all kinds of shit to get hearts, love, likes, this, that. I don't ask you that. I don't ask you for much. So if you could be so kind as to, share the live so that we can go and move forward too. Thank you, Andrea, for sharing the live. So we can get the 9 people, because then I get people that come in and they want to. Thank you, Robert, for sharing the live. And anyone else that can share the live. Let's get to 9. 9? Perfect. Let's do it. And then we just dropped. I don't care. Let's keep going. All right. So the question we're asking the sacred masculine, divine masculine, and the twin flame journey is, how is your healing journey? Are you being honest with yourself about your shadows? Are you doing the work? And this is going to impact you. Thank you. Is it going to impact? Because it's going to impact you. So we're talking about the sacred masculine, and then we'll go right into the sacred feminine. We'll talk about you, because the majority of you, 80% of you, are usually the feminine, and I've got 20% typically of the masculine on my lives, on my who looks at my stuff. All right, so the question I'm asking, angels, guides, allies, please show me clearly. Is this divine sacred masculine on the healing journey with transparency, urgency, and integrity on their healing journey? Okay, 6 of Swords, moving into calmer waters, into the moon, which is, the moon is crowning the reading, which is, it's crossing the reading. And what that means is, when you have the 6 of Swords, it's not the issue. The 6 of Swords is fine. I'm moving into calmer waters. I'm finding myself out. Moon 18 is secrets. It's almost like there's things I still don't want to see. 18 is spiritual material conflict, connected to the moon, connected to unseen things. Things are about to get exposed, but it's not fully there. Hierophant, spiritual awakening. Hierophant is number 5, connected to Taurus energy. It's its highest level of integrity and spiritual awakening. It also connects with spiritual values, traditional values, marriage, commitment. But honestly, in this reading, I'm looking at it as a spiritual growth. Let's keep going. Crowning the reading is the 3 of Cups, celebration. I'm not going to call it on a third party, not yet, not until I get clarification. Recent past, 8 of Cups, walking away into something else. 9 of Pentacles, a slow-moving offer that is coming. So to gain healing, you have to walk away from shit. You got to walk away from jobs, situations, your own monkey mind. You've got to walk away. And I'm seeing that. And the healing aspect right now, the foundation of the reading is 9 of Pentacles. Crowning the reading, 3 of Cups, celebration, reunion. It can mean marriage as well. 6 of Swords, moving into calmer waters. 18, the moon is sideways. I'm not sure I want to see everything. I'm not sure I can handle to see everything. I'm not sure. But Hierophant comes in going, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm seeing a harp in this particular deck on the left-hand side, the harp, the left-hand side, frequency of the heart chakra. Not, Page of Pentacles, messages are coming. King of Swords is the energy of, well, it could be an air sign, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. However, it is more of an analytical energy. It's more about saying this is not logical, and it's a very metal-like brain. It's like the brain is locked into the 3D logical mind, encased in steel. That's what they're showing me, with a lock on it, and the key to that lock has been lost. So that means the key to the lock of conscious awakening is being trapped. Let's keep going. Two of Swords is, I'm blindfolded. I don't want to see shit for what it is. I don't care. I'm going to be ignorant. I'm going to ignore the obvious. In the ninth position of this particular throw is the Fool. It wants a new beginning, but it's not happening. And finally, the last card is 11. 11 in this particular case is the muzzle line in numerology. It's asking for justice. It's asking to right the wrongs. I just had a reading with an amazing man, and I can't tell you how many men have been abused, molested. It fucking never ends. An amazing divine masculine. Amazing. So just know that when we're looking at these secrets, we're looking at righting the wrongs of what was done to them when they had no voice. Six of Swords, why is it here, please? Death, transformation, Scorpio energy, 13, Chariot, Cancer energy, 7, fast-moving energy, 4 of Swords, healing. It hurts. It fucking hurts to heal. That's exactly what they're showing us. It hurts to heal. And the healing is happening at a speed. Three of Cups, crowning the reading. What does that mean, please? The Ace of Wands, sexual energy. Page of Swords, spying, learning new things. Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is juggling material concerns. What is my priority? What should I do? Stealing from Peter to pay Paul, that kind of shit. In other words, there are a looping behavioral habits that are still playing out, and it's the behavior that is the third party. Three of Cups is really actually the third party, I'm going to call it. And so the third party is not another person, it's a behavior, it's a habit. It's a monkey mind. That's the third party. That's what's fucking this shit up. Okay, the moon sideways. Why is the moon sideways? What's going on with the moon being sideways? Why can't we see these secrets? Five of Wands, outside distractions, influences, friends, family. Come on, let's go for drinks. Forget about her. Plenty of fish in the sea. Or forget about him. Plenty of fish in the sea. All men cheat. All women just want a handbag. You know, bullshit. Five of Wands into Nine of Wands. Exhaustion. Will I ever feel better? They're giving me, they're asking me to pay attention to the Knight of Wands because there's a bandage around that man's head. A bandage. Mental pain. Mental suffering. Exhaustion from the monkey mind. Into Five of Swords. Mental conflict. I'm not seeing fighting. I'm seeing outside influences. I'm seeing it's literally hurting. It's like somebody has gripped the brain of a person, like somebody's head, and squeezing it, and it hurts. And there's conflict, fights. The fights are within your person. Where again, the question is the divine masculine working on their healing path? How are they doing? And that's the answer so far. Hierophant. Why is that here, please? A judgment, something dead coming back to life. A judgment call. It's people coming out of coffins. It's like a reincarnation. Well, no kidding. Many of us loop into the same loopings from one incarnation to another until we realize, wait, hang on. Wait a minute. Hang on. My healing has nothing to do with closure. My healing has nothing to do with them giving me closure. My healing has everything to do with me forgiving myself and forgiving them, not because I forgive them, but because I need to release their hold on me. Because as long as they haunt me, they are actually remotely harming me. Remotely. And this loop will continue from one incarnation to the next. So when you actually give yourself closure and you give yourself healing, my young, beautiful, divine masculine, when you do that, game over. You don't need closure. You don't need them to tell you they're sorry. You don't need to understand why they did it. You need to go very bare minimum. I forgive myself. I forgive you. We're done. Soul contract done. And then it ends. So again, Hierophant to the Judgment, into the Page of Cups, messages of love. Seven of Pentacles upside down means I am not hesitating on what I'm going to invest in. I know exactly what I'm going to invest in. That's what it means. Page of Pentacles, why is this here, please? What kind of message are we looking at? Eight of Wands, quick messages. Knight of Swords, angry messages, impulsive messages. Be careful, my friend. Into the High Priestess. High Priestess, tell me why the High Priestess just showed up, please. High Priestess, so again, let me recap. Page of Pentacles, messages. Eight of Wands, fast-moving messages. Nine of Swords, impulsive messages, angry messages. Into the High Priestess, why are you here? How did you show up like that? Knight of Pentacles, an evolution that is really good. The Three of Wands, an opening of portals. The Four of Cups. The Four of Cups means getting downloads at the speed of light, through dreams, through just taking a shower, through just doing your dishes, through going running, whatever, downloads, aha moments, and you rejecting them. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Why? Well, we got the King of Swords here. Here comes the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords here, please? The Knight of Cups, an offer of love. The Devil, toxic energy, Capricorn energy, to the Queen of Swords. Both of you are actually suffering from the monkey mind, because the King and Queen of Swords are in separation. There's an offer of love. And there's this toxic energy that you want this love in a beautiful pink or blue ribbon that guarantees infinite union. There's also some toxic shit that you guys have not worked out on. And even though somebody is offering the couple love, the two logical minds, the King and Queen of Swords, are saying, I don't know. Tell me more about the Devil. Why is the Devil here? Capricorn energy, 15. The Ten of Pentacles, one, well, it could be marriage. You guys are married to other people. The Lovers, a choice. The Moon, how is that going to work? The Moon. What kind of choices? I want something that's stable. Well, good luck for that. Pretty much nothing is stable in these incarnations. Absolutely nothing. So you better get used to the impermanence of this existence. I mean, how many times do people have to tell you that it's all impermanent, good or bad? That's why when you get the good, you got to savor it like nectar. And when you get the bad, you got to become stoic, and you got to be a shamanic warrior energy. So you can navigate out of it from your heart chakra, not your logical mind. And you can't say, why is this happening to me? You should say, thank you. This is happening to me. Show me why, so I can understand it, so I can actually rectify it. Why exactly was this lesson important? I'm grateful for this lesson. I don't like it, but I'm grateful. So show me the way. And the sacred masculine going through this journey, clearly from the High Priestess to the Four of Pentacles to the Three of Wands to the Four of Cups, is not getting the memos from downloads from higher sources, from the universe, from their guides. They're actually not understanding it, hence the Four of Cups, refusing an opportunity. Okay, Two of Swords. Why is the Two of Swords is blindfolded? Why is this here? The Three of Cups, third party. The Six of Swords, I just want peace. The Emperor, my way, the highway. I just want peace. And it's like, dude, you don't understand. Your third party is your monkey mind. Your monkey mind is making you cheat, get addicted, do X, Y, and Z. You're not getting the fucking memo. You think the third party is this, that, and the other, another chick or another man or whatever. That's not the third party. It's your monkey mind. The third party is your root chakra having been hijacked when you were a kid, and you've never wanted to look at it. That's your third party. What's between your legs. What's controlling it to self-destruct, to sabotage the only person that's ever loved you. And you're going to fuck that up. That's your third party. You might think the third party is another person, but it's actually not. They're just an avatar. They're just like a widget for this moment. It could be any widget. But the real problem is you. So again, the question was, is the sacred masculine going to go through the journey? So the good news is the sacred masculine knows it's got problems. The bad news is when the answers come, they don't believe it. They're gaslighting themselves, if that makes sense, which is a problem. Tell me about justice. Why is it here? The Queen of Wands, sometimes the other woman. Two of Swords, blindfold, not seeing things for what they are. Five of Cups, being disappointed. And looking at the disappointments rather than looking at the two cups behind them going, oh, there's an opportunity for real love. Oh my God, I've gone through my second divorce. I've gone through different people. I've been betrayed. I've been cheated on. Oh my God, there's a new opportunity. And they're not seeing it. Tell me more about the Five of Cups. Why did it come up? Four of Pentacles, holding on to their bullshit. Knight of Wands, wishy-washy energy. Seven of Pentacles, do I invest? They're looping. That means that they're aware that there's problems, but they're not healing themselves in a spiritual way. Are they going into, talk therapy? Is that what's going on? Hierophant, traditional values, death, transformation, King of Cups. Tell me more. Five of Wands. Some of them are going through traditional therapies and ignoring spiritual downloads from their guides. Hence the issue. It's an issue. And it's harming them. Why are they afraid of spiritual downloads? Ten of Swords, the world, a new cycle into the Queen of Wands. Is this a distraction? The Wheel of Fortune. Tell me more. What does that mean, please? Three of Pentacles, third party. Queen of Pentacles. It's third party. It's two different people to decide on. The Wheel of Fortune is going, what do you want? The cycle is ending. You're going from chapter 8 to chapter 9. Ten of Swords is betrayal. Is this them having to choose between two beloveds? Queen of Cups, there's a third. Ten of Swords, into the moon. Tell me more. Queen of Pentacles. There's two people. There's definitely two people. But one of them is an illusion. And I'm going to say that. One of them is an illusion. For some of you, that's the truth. You have to understand, I'm not doing a personal reading. This is like a collective reading. For some of you, there's a third party that's an illusion. It's a mirror. It's a reflection. It's bullshit. It's lies. It's not real. It was never real. It was about ego. It was about, I win this. I get her, or I get the guy, or I get the girl, and I win this, but it's all fake. And in some instances, they actually love two different people. They love two different people. One more than the other. And I'm not going to kiss your ass and say, well, because it's a twin. No, because it's a twin flame, they love you more. Why am I saying that? Because I know that for a fact. If it's a twin flame, they love you more. But you don't see it right. On paper, you don't make sense to them. On paper, you do not make sense. You might not be their physical type, mental type, spiritual type, political type. You might have nothing fucking in common on paper. And yet you have more in common than anything in the 3D world. And because they're not transcendental thinkers, they're logical 3D thinkers, you're kind of, they're looping. And so for some, it's an illusion. And for others, they love two women or two men. And they're not able. I mean, look, people go to school for comparative religion and comparative literature. Can you imagine comparative spirituality? Like being able to sit soberly and like say, wait, I know why I love this person, their soulmate. Okay, yeah, getting downloads. Oh yeah, she was my mother in a past life. Oh, she was my father. Oh, we were in battle as warriors. She was my lover. Oh yeah. Oh shit, this is my twin flame. Oh my God, we had incarnations on different planets. Every time we incarnate, we were lovers. Or we desired each other. But it was never unrequited love. Whereas with my soulmate, there was that too. They're not comparing at all. They're not actually sitting down going, what is this? In a real, spiritual, transcendental way to break it down in their minds. They're not. They're fucking confused. And they're acting more confused because they're drinking, they're drugging it, they're having sex, they're buying you toys, they're doing their video games, they're just crowding their minds with activities, high, drunk, busy, over OT, working overtime, so that they don't. And they're ruining their lives. They're actually betraying themselves, if that makes sense. So any questions or comments on that one? Okay, so the next question we're going to ask, and don't get triggered, because we're going to ask about, is the divine feminine doing what she needs to do to heal herself in this journey? Is she doing what she needs to do to heal herself in this journey? Okay? And let's look at what's going to happen here. Are they doing what they need to do? The divine feminine. Three of Swords, broken heart. Well, you can't make that up, because after the reading I just gave you on the divine masculine, Three of Swords. The Hangman is sideways. It will not. The Hangman is an example of someone coming from a transcendental point of view, looking at a reality from a high vantage point, looking down, going, oh, that's why this is happening. Oh, I should perceive it a different way. But that is not happening. Eight of Wands is fast-moving energy. Queen of Pentacles, her feet are sitting right on top of the Three of Swords. This is someone in a lot of emotional pain, a lot of emotional turmoil. Recent past, Nine of Cups, an offer of love, messages of passion, Page of Wands. Let's recap. Queen of Cups to the Three of Swords, excuse me. A lot of pain. Hangman is sideways. It's been neutralized. You're not seeing this from an eagle's eye view. You're not seeing it from a transcendental perspective at all, or else I wouldn't see this kind of emotional pain. Eight of Wands is fast-moving energy. Ten of Pentacles is about blended families. It also talks about legacy, longevity, marriages. Usually it's a marriage of duty. Nine of Swords is anxiety. I can't sleep. Seven of Cups is, what do I do? What are my decisions? In the area, ninth position of what you fear and what you hope is the Death card, transformation, which is, but it's not going to happen. What is coming to you is the Sun, 19, the Sun, Leo energy. The Sun, clarity, healing, understanding, seeing things that you may not want to see, actually. All right, so let's clarify the Three of Swords to see why it ended up here as the beginning. And you've got the Page of Wands upside down. No messages are coming. The Knight of Swords is calm, like, don't get angry. Like, do not do something you'll regret. I'm not joking. Have I done it? Yes, but don't do it if you can help it. Knight of Swords is impulsive, angry messages. Tell me more. Two of Wands is stagnation. You've got the world in your hand, but you don't know where to go. Queen of Cups, tell me more about her. Eight of Cups, walking away, wanting to walk away into more. Ace of Pentacles, upside down, no new beginnings to happen. Seven of Pentacles is what I don't even know what to do. I don't know what to invest in. Where do I plant my seeds? What do I do? There's a desire to walk away. There's massive stagnation. You are being asked to sit with the pain. I'm sorry. You're being asked not to walk away right now, to actually sit with this and process and analyze and compare and see why this is necessary for you to go through. Why? In your particular, situation. I see you got my portrait as your background pic. Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Tell me more about the Hangman sideways, please. Six of Pentacles, breadcrumbing. Ten of Wands, dropping your burdens if you can. Page of Swords, spying energy. And I'm going to say it's spy energy. Men don't understand that when women think you're doing something off, they will become the FBI and the CIA. I don't care if she's Mary Poppins. I don't care if she's Joan of Arc. I don't care if she's walking on water. She will become the FBI and the CIA. Men don't understand this. So when a woman asks you a question, you better fucking tell her the truth. She already knows the answer. It's a test. Trust me, it's a test. Eight of Wands. Tell me more about the Eight of Wands. What's going on? King of Wands, a swaggering energy. King of Pentacles. There's two men here. Five of Swords, conflict. Are these two men the same man? The King of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. It's a grounded energy. It's an energy that you can actually rely on typically. King of Wands, fire energy. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Yeah, but they are go-getters. I'll give them that. And Five of Swords is conflict. Is this the same man, please? Is this the same man, please? High Priestess. Does that mean yes, it's the same man? Ten of Swords, tell me more. Ace of Pentacles, does that mean it's the same man? Death, it's not the same man. There's two different energies here. So for some of you, as the High Priestess, you're coming in with downloads, and you might be, I'm just going to say, you might be involved with someone else. You might be in a marriage with someone else. There's something else going on, and yet you're suffering because your twin is not showing up. For some of you, there's a choice of a future. In other words, for some of you, it's not that there are two different men. One is to come if you let go. Right? Because we've got the Death card. There's a desire for a new beginning, Ace of Pentacles. But it's saying, you want the new beginning, right? Because you've been betrayed. Well, to have that new beginning, you have to let go. And death is a transformation that's very painful. Letting go would be painful. Yeah, Queen of Swords, you'd have to let go. Some of you want someone new, and yet some of you know you can't. You've tried, and you can't. That's the problem. Any questions on that so far? Hopefully, that, again, you know, it might be your reading. It probably, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. All right. 10 of Pentacles. Why is it here, please? The World, a new cycle. The 6 of Swords. I want to just get out of this bullshit and just go into my peace. Page of Swords, learning new things. Page of Swords means a lot of things, but it definitely means messages of learning new things, but also spy energy. We got it twice. So learning about your situation with your twin. Learning that maybe this is not, you know, you can love your twin, but hate them as a human being or dislike them as a human being. It's not unusual to love your twin and not like them as a person. And that can be very confusing. 9 of Swords, anxiety, not being able to sleep. 8 of Cups, I want to walk away. I want out of here. Queen of Pentacles is a grounded energy into the Hierophant, traditional values, Taurus energy, the highest level of spiritual evolution. But it also means to me that you want someone stable, reliable. To the King of Pentacles, to the Queen of Pentacles, you'd be okay with a soulmate. You want to walk away. You want this. But they're telling me to say, but you can't. Tell me more. 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. You want your twin. Judgment. Again, judgment for, you can't let go. Judgment. You can't let go. For Pentacles, you're holding on. You cannot let go. Tell me more about the 7 of Cups. Choices to be made. 3 of Wands, the portals have opened. 9 of Cups, an offer of love will come to you. 8 of Pentacles, learning a new way of life without your twin. It could be that for some of you, that's the reality. Tell me more about this 8 of Pentacles. What else could happen instead of that? 8 of Swords, prisoner of your own mind. 4 of Cups, refusing an opportunity of a new person. King of Swords to the Queen of Swords. So you've got the King and Queen of Pentacles, the King and Queen of Swords. The King and Queen of Swords are usually lovers in separation. All right. Let's go right back into let me see the Sun. Sun is clarity, healing, so on and so forth. Tell me more about the Sun. What's going on? Knight of Wands, wishy-washy energy. 4 of Wands, 11-11. You're on the right track. Hey, good news. Tower upside down. Now, what's interesting is I don't read reverse cards, actually. And so this is good. Because what's it showing me is that there's healing energy. The problem is the monkey mind, the Knight of Wands. For some of you, he's a player or she's a player. For some of you, it's the monkey mind going back and forth, looping. I want her, I don't want her. I want him, I don't want him. Whatever, okay? So make it fit for what it is. But at the end, I see the 4 of Wands, marriage, commitment, 11-11, the twin flame number. With the Tower upside down, it means game over. All the shit that needed to be released is being released. So it looks like for some of you, however your path is, because all your paths are different, for some of you, you're actually going to make it out of there. Believe it or not. Tell me more. 8 of Wands, communication. Hermit, introspective energy. 7 of Cups, having choices, but are they confusing? 3 of Swords, moving into the pain. The Chariot, fast-moving energy, justing, righting the wrongs. 9 of Pentacles, it'll take some time for some of you. 10 of Wands, drop your burdens. Empress energy is deciding that you are going to be in your abundance era. That you're going to be in your Shakti era. Your goddess energy era. And the 9 of Swords is coming on the heels of that. But why is this happening? Is this permanent? No. 9 of Pentacles. I'm in my power. Fuck this. You come when you want. I'm not playing your games. I've been radically honest with myself. I'm on a radically intense, urgent energy to heal myself, to heal my codependency, to heal the fact that I don't feel chosen, and this has harmed me, my soul, my heart. I feel like you don't want me. You're choosing other things, other people. I'm not your priority, and I'm going to heal this. I know we will be in union. In this life or the next, I surrender, and I'm okay with that. Emperor to the Empress, King and Queen of Pentacles, King and Queen of Swords. There's a lot of energy here. But what's happening is that this is like a GPS, this particular reading. All these readings are always GPSs. What does that mean? Accident ahead. Would you like to proceed? Or would you like to be rerouted? And you're being asked, do you want to reroute? And you're saying, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm sick of this pain. And in the rerouting comes not another man, not right away, or another woman, not right away, because you're not doing it from a place of power. You're doing it from a place of you just want a pacifier in your mouth. You want something to pacify your pain. Instead of going, this hurts like fuck, I'm going to sit here. Where did I get the first wounding of not being chosen? Was it my mother? Was it my father? Was it something else? Is this from a past life? Where did this come from? Of wanting him or her to choose me, and me being completely destroyed because right now they're so fucked up themselves, they can't choose anybody, much less me, much less themselves. They're not even choosing themselves. How can they choose me? They're choosing drugs. They're choosing this. But they're not choosing me. Why aren't they choosing me? Well, because just your presence is like a Moldavite crystal. You activate shadows. Your presence makes them, in other words, you don't even have to say a fucking word. Just being alive in the same room as you walk in activates their shadows. And they can be with bimbos, both male and female, to make them feel like, you know, the blankets are over all the garbage, like all the skeletons are under the bed. There's nothing to look at. But when you appear, everything in 3D dematerializes, and whatever the bed was hiding is dematerialized, and now all the skeletons are exposed, and now they have to deal with their shadows. And a true sacred masculine, a divine masculine, will go hypnotherapy, sacred medicine. They will be vicious to gaining the truth of their trauma that prevents them from opening their heart chakra to love. Your love. Another person's love, but love. And knowing that because love is, the nectar of love is so riveting, transformative, healing, powerful, soul-shaking, and then yet the impermanence of that nectar is a reality. And that's why people say, and they mean it, it takes courage to love, because death is always going to knock at the door one day or the next. In other words, the impermanence of these incarnations are a reality that we need to embrace. We have to embrace the nectar of the beating heart and the tragedy of the heart that stops beating in this avatar, and to become transcendental, to realize that the love we had for that person is now transformed. That our relationship with our beloved is not ended. It transformed out of physical matter into the ethers behind the veils. And the relationship continues, transformed. And a lot of these things of being afraid to love, being afraid to open one's heart, all of that is past life shit. A lot of it. It's not just this life, it's past life. It's like, it's loving someone. It's there's an incredible scene with whatchamacallit, Spartacus, the movie with Kirk Douglas, and he's crucified, right? He's being crucified. He's dying on the cross, and his beloved, the woman who he had who was a slave, right? His beloved, she has to see him die. She's pregnant, I believe, if I'm correct, or something like that, right? And she has to see him die, And imagine then dying and then coming to the next incarnation. Now it's the Crusades, and now you are with your Knights Templars, and you move as beloveds. Yes, even a holy, warrior monk would have a lover, okay? Anyway, let's not play games like they were all celibate. But anyway, so you go to France now, and suddenly you see your beloved, and your beloved saying, get the fuck out of here with our children because they're coming after me, and I'm not going to survive this, and here's some money, get the fuck out of here. And you're taking that kind of pain, betrayal, and tragedy and trauma with you from one incarnation to another to another. It's no wonder you're afraid to love. It isn't safe, is it? It's no wonder. So that is something that you have to own, because remotely, you believe in a remote healing. Well, believe in a remote harming. And remote harming is when there's some scars of these past lives still harm you today. 1,000 years later, 2,000 years later, 13,000 years later, 100,000 years later, they're still remotely harming you. And that should piss you off, honestly. That should piss you off. That should make you want to excavate every fucking rock until you are freed from some scars that have made you afraid to love. And remember, you're planting seeds for love with your twin. Now, perhaps, for some of you, for the next incarnation where the nectar will be easy. You might actually graduate into twin ray in the next incarnation. Hell, in this one. Nothing is ever over. Never. And so that's something that you have to kind of understand and accept. Does that make sense? So, I don't know. I hope this helped. I think I'm going to do a quick... Let me see here. A quick, oracle reading, right, from the deck, Earth Warriors. And I'm just going to pull a card and see what it has to say, and then we'll end it here, okay? I actually have a reading in an hour, and I need to meditate and get my head together for that. All right, so let's see, okay? Pacha Karma, you can't make this up. Nourishment of the soul. Okay, let's read that. I've never had this card. So it's card number 32. 32 is connected to Mercury because it's connected to 5, the number 5, and Mercury is communication with the public. And that's a really cool. Let's see what the message is. All right, let's begin. 32 Pacha Karmak. Nourishment of the soul. You are granted the gifts of fertility, creativity, and earthly abundance to support all needs, for nourishing body, mind, and soul, and to live your life fully and be capable of manifesting your divine purpose. Give yourself permission to nourish your body and provide your heart, your mind, and your soul with what they are hungry for, meaning sweetness, divine love, and the freedom to be authentic. When you feed yourself that which nourishes you wisely and generously, you shall become one who can also feed the world, that for which is truly hungers. In a reading, explore and experiment with nutritional wisdom that suits your body at this time. Understand that your body's need may change over time. Remember that caring for the needs of your body is more important and spiritually mature than trying to force your body to meet the expectation of a belief system outside of yourself. Don't starve yourself of what you need on any level of your being, including peace, solitude, love, time spent in spiritual communication, artistic expression, and nutrition. Answers are coming for your questions about all forms of nourishment, including nutrition. So do not give up when you are so close to finding your way. If you have struggled to get your needs being met, on some level, a blessing is given to help you into more nourishing and abundant situation in all areas of your life. So when you allow someone else to refuse to give you the nectar of nourishment, you become victimized by their refusal, or it might not even be refusal, withholding, refusing, ignoring your need of nourishment. What is the need of a nourishment for a twin flame? To hear the nectar of their twin's voice, to see them, to touch them, to be held by them, to be made love to them, by them, to just take a walk together. And that can feel as if you're being starved. And the suffering is anguish. It's like it's like, nails on a scratch board, on a chalkboard, excuse me. It's very hard. That's why people don't understand the twin flame journey at all. And I did a live today that was really pissy. You might want to check it out on my YouTube channel. I really... What you guys are going through, some of you, not all of you, but some of you, is hard. And the word hard is a very weakened, insipid word to what some of you are going through. Spiritual guidance. So many human beings around the world suffer from undernourishment on physical, emotional, psychological, and I'm going to add spiritual levels. Being fed more of what you don't need cannot satisfy hunger. Meaning, what does it mean? Hang on, let me reread it. Being fed more of what you don't need cannot satisfy hunger. What does that mean? Over drinking, over shopping, going to bars, picking up people, going on dating apps, kicking rocks. It's not going to feed you. It really isn't. It's a distraction from the pain. You might as well sit through it and say, what am I not getting here? What am I avoiding? What if I avoided for I don't know, a few hundred years of incarnations or more? The cells and the soul, listen to this, the cells and the soul cry out for what will truly stave off starvation. The quest for the profound vitalization and satisfying experience of genuine spiritual presence is part of this. The pre-Incan deity Pachakarmic was father of the world to the Ishmael people of Peru. He is the provider of the gift of agriculture. Pachakarmic created the first man and woman, but forgot to create food for them. When the man died and the woman cursed Pachakarmic, accusing him of neglect, in response the god made her fertile. As a symbolic level, the story tells of the need for sacred rage towards neglect and the creative resourcefulness that we can generate only when we get angry enough to demand healing change. Did you hear that? Isn't that interesting how they shame us out of righteous anger? Sometimes you have to have toxic anger to turn into righteous anger. Sometimes anger is the only thing that'll get people the fuck out of bed. I remember I had a meeting with someone one day about something else I won't discuss today, but suffice it to say, we're concerned that this person's angry. I go, yeah, better angry than fucking depressed, clinically depressed, because at least it's making that person get out of bed every day. Because anger, we can work with anger. Depression, good luck. Giving them reasons to go on, good luck. Anger, all kinds of reasons. Get the fuck out of my way. Anger's got... So... generate only when we get angry enough to demand healing change. This is what a lot of 99%ers are fucking asking, by the way, because the planet is being harmed. The sentient beings on the planet is being harmed. And people are getting angry. Well, no shit. And in our capacity to become the means through which that change can occur. Exactly. Apathy can't do it. Well, eventually they'll wake up and realize they've been unjust. Really? No. Anger. Well, it doesn't have to be violent. Anger is talk. Anger is speaking out. Anger is posting shit. Makes people uncomfortable. Posting things that rattle the cage. Food has spiritual importance. Without proper nourishment, which heals the body, illuminates and informs the mind, and fortifies the soul, we undermine a healthy relationship between the spirit, the mind, and the body. We have food that's been so GMO'd. Many of us are looking at our food supply with a side eye. If the body is out of balance and the mind filled with fear, then the spirit's attempts to move your life in the correct directions will be met with resistance, anger, and defiance. Denying the needs of the body out of misplaced sense of spiritual consciousness is not going to further our spiritual cause on the planet. So you've got a lot of things going on here with this little paragraph. One is your twin's not feeding you. Number one. So you're angry or sad. I mean, apathetically sad. The planet is not feeding you. Well, because it's expensive to buy groceries. You're watching people doing all shows with like millions of followers, watching this one woman showing what you can do with a $20 bill from the dollar store. That should make you angry. Oh my God, how creative. No, anger. What the fuck is going on that we have to fucking take cans of turkey for a Thanksgiving dinner for a single mother and her kids? Anger. It's not about you being angry at your twin or yourself. It's about you saying, this is unjust. I need love. The system is unjust. I need to feed my family. I need to not look at what's going on. The system is actually making your masculine twin, let's talk about masculine now, worried about his livelihood, worried about how much money he's making, worried about his bills. All of these distractions are keeping this masculine from sitting and asking himself, who do I want to be with? I have a situation with a client where it's cheaper to keep her. That's why they're not in union. To divorce her would be catastrophic financially. And that's why he can't be in union, to be honest. So this is not outside the realms of what we're talking about at all. It's great to be spiritual, but remember, we're spiritual beings living in the 3D world controlled by 1%. Let's not forget that. And it made me, oh, well, what does that have to do with the twin flame? Fucking everything, my friend, because many of the decisions made were made on financial concerns. Not just, oh, it's love. No, not just love. Because if a man or a woman had money, they wouldn't worry about leaving a marriage for the kids. They wouldn't stay for the kids because you know what? They'd have enough money where we're good. I don't need your ass. I don't need your money. I don't need anything. In fact, I don't even need to work. I'm good. I have abundance everywhere. I have community. I have money. I have abundance. Food's good. I can live how I want, where I want, with who I want. Because money is not making me decide and make choices. And this goes back 2,000 years. Look at any Jane Austen novel. What is the story? Money. Not love. And this is something we've lived again and again and again. Okay? Your sacred companions for your spirit this lifetime, your body, mind, and soul can fulfill their part of your divine destiny if they are not properly nurtured. Doing so can require rejecting social pressures to dominate the body and mind, and instead practicing guidance and responsiveness that has at its heart discipline, balance with loving relationship, step by step with moderation rather than fanaticism, and experimenting with what suits you rather than what suits another, are ways to work with nourishment wisely. I hate the way she wrote this. This may include changing consumption habits, include ethically organic, local, and sustainable produce, such as, she's living in La La Land. Most people can't fucking afford shit food, much less. But let's talk about nourishment, spiritual nourishment, mental nourishment, sexual nourishment, physical nourishment. So what's happening is that sometimes in these separations with the twin flame, when I say you need to be enough into yourself, I mean you need to learn how to nourish yourself in all aspects. Unfortunately, I can't give you directions on sexual nourishment, but I just did with a client of mine, a masculine client, and I had to explain certain things that he needed to do every day, or at least twice a week minimum, that he needed to do to nourish his body. So his body knew he loved his body. He knew, so that his body knew he was being heard. And nurturing his body, nourishing his body. Because that would actually ignite his chakras. And as long as people don't do that, your root chakra is now owned by forces that are no longer in your realm. I'm speaking in code. Hopefully it's clear. If not, I'm sorry. Nourishment of the three aspects, the soul, mind, and body, are your birthright. It's your twin's birthright. And part of the problems, even in something as simple as a woman giving birth and not having the right to be paid To take 3, something as simple as a woman giving birth and not having the right to be paid, to take 3 to 6 months off by the government, not the job, the government. Look at the billions they're sending, trillions, to other countries. That nourishes her bonding with her child. And when you add the masculine to that story, where the masculine can now also take 6 months off to bond with their son or daughter, it nourishes the family, mind, body, and spirit. When money is no longer a concern, and this is why I ask clients, if money was not an object, if, in other words, if you had a fucking trust fund of 100 million, what would you do right now? And the answer, the truth. And guess what? It's never the answer you think, because now it's not based on duty, on lack. It's based on abundance. And now the answer changes. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. Today, write it down. If I had a trust fund of $100 million, would I be doing what I'm doing right now, or what would I be doing? And there's your fucking answer. And that takes courage. That's your answer. That's your answer, my little masculine friend and my little feminine friend. That's your answer. And the irony of ironies is, when you look at things from a logical point of view, you will fuck up. When you come from a heart-centered, fierce loyalty and unconditional trust to the universe, the abundance will come. It may take 6 months. It may take a year, but it will come. It always comes. Because now you're coming from a heart-centered, decision-based, abundance mindset. There's your answer. It always comes back to that. And you will be catapulted into the right places for the right reasons, and sometimes prevented from certain things, and it'll feel wrong to you, but for the right reasons. And eventually you'll look back going, oh my God, I'm so glad that didn't fall into place. I would have been trapped or fucked, or I would have lost more than I gained, right? Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, any questions or comments? Any questions or comments? No? All right. Don't confuse spite with anger. Spite is revenge. See, it's interesting how people really don't, no offense, guys, but I'm a writer and I'm bilingual. Please understand the difference between anger and spite. Spite is revenge. Spite is when you fucking want to harm someone for revenge. You're spiteful, revengeful, and that's toxic as fuck. Anger is, I don't deserve this. I deserve more. You're not getting away with this shit. I'm not accepting your shit. I don't consent, and I move on. And you don't lash out at them. You don't try to fuck them over. You don't try to get them fired. You don't try to tell their wife. You don't try to tell their husband. You don't fuck their life up. You let the universe handle the business of karma. You don't become the little minion, the little petty tyrant that becomes spiteful. Does that answer your question? It should, because it's pretty clear. Words are really, really important. You guys learn the words, because then because it'll call you out. Because if you're like saying words like a spiteful or you can understand the word, understand how it's linked to an action, and then you'll actually get clarity and go, is that really what I want to do? Is that really, or I would say to someone who was like being vengeful, I'd say, why are you being spiteful? Like, well, what? Believe me, if I'm fucking up, the universe will handle my business. Don't worry about being revengeful. Why are you being so petty? Why are you coming at me? Why are you trying to make sure that I can't win? There are people that divorce and they are spiteful, toxic, angry, toxically angry. There's a difference also between toxic anger and righteous anger. And sometimes toxic anger comes first until you recalibrate yourself and you go, look, it's okay for me to be angry, but I can't be toxic about it. I need to like recalibrate, center. It's okay for me to be angry, but I can't be toxic about it. Stay neutral. In some aspects, you eventually get to a neutrality point, but when somebody's about to get massively depressed because they're chewing and swallowing their anger, I would prefer them to allow the anger to come out, because depression is tough. It's tough to get out of depression. No, but do you understand? It's tough to get out of depression. No, but do you understand? Spite is spiteful, is revengeful. There's that energy there, spiteful. It's a shitty energy. It's not the same as anger. Righteous anger does not have spite in it at all. That's why it's really important to understand words, in my opinion. Okay, because people constantly use the wrong fucking words. It's like shocking to me. There's a subtlety in the word spite that's fused with the concept of toxicity and revenge. Being shitty, being passive aggressive, that's toxic. I'll give you an example. Not telling, let's say you're in a marriage and you're separated, and waiting till last minute to tell your wife or husband you're not picking up the kids for the weekend. Last minute, that's spiteful shit. And what's funny is that, and it's not funny, it impacts the children. Spiteful energy is revengeful. It's under the radar, maybe for you, but it isn't for me. Righteously anger is protecting your energies and going, I have boundaries, I don't consent, and fuck off. Until you can act right, fuck off. That's anger. That's righteous anger. That's why it's important to kind of understand how they're connected to the emotions and the actions, if that makes sense. And it might not even make sense to you, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Eventually it will or it won't. It's not, not everything I say is going to connect with you at all. And that's okay. I'm not a people pleaser when it comes to people I don't know. I don't give a shit, to be honest with you. Do I please the people I love? Absolutely. The people I don't know, I'm not here. I don't care if you like me or not. I actually don't care. What I do care is that you get the information you need so that you can actually progress. If I'm able to give you that, fantastic. If I'm not, then I'm not for you. That's it. I don't feel judged. You know what I mean? I only feel judged by people who I love. And even then, you have to, kind of heal that and go, I really don't care what you think, even to the people you love. Not because you don't respect their opinions, but because when their opinions are harming your self-confidence in doing things that you've never done before, then you really don't want to be manipulated and influenced by people who go, well, that's not logical to go to Paris for 1 year. Why would you want to do that? Why don't you just be logical and stay here? Loving people do that to people all the time. And if you're smart and you have enough self-worth, you'll go, you know what? Thank you for your opinion, but I will be going to Paris on a one-way ticket, and I'll let you know how it goes. Bye. Love you, though. That's that kind of energy that many of us are being asked to cultivate in ourselves. When we are driven by a desire that haunts us in a good way, and we are driven to actions that make us uncomfortable, but we know there's a moment of powerful growth about to happen if we take the assignment that's been given to us by the universe, by our soul's own contract with itself, you win. When you decide to use logic, because I love people who think logic. Well, it's not logical, and they think they're right. They think I have a high IQ, and I just think, no, you're afraid. You're using the wrong word. Just say it. You're afraid. You're afraid to jump. And using the word, but it's not logical. What I love is some of my clients are PhDs. They have, they're doctors. And they're psychiatrists and psychologists. They understand what I'm saying. Because they understand how fear is hidden behind words that look like good on paper, but in reality, it's just another excuse for fear, avoidance, and playing small. So words are interesting. And George, what was it? Yeah. George Carlin really understood that. He understood also that words were being used to control our minds, our passions, that words were being pasteurized, like unalivened. Oh, they unalivened themselves. Words like that. Words are very important, because in these words and how you tie words together is a difference between incredible passion, evocative, inspiring, exciting, or words that are now being diluted until there's nothing. There's nothing there but just words strung together, and there's really no emotions. It doesn't evoke anything. It's almost a stalemate. And that is quite dangerous. This is why all of you should really fall in love with words, because words, the way you string them together, will be evocative, inspire you. And that's why, some of us live by the food of poetry. Poetry is our food. This is how we nourish our hearts. So anyway, but enough with words. I'm going to let you go because I have to do a reading for a client. I'm happy you were here for a little while. And if I was helpful to you, fantastic. You can follow me on YouTube. I'll go ahead and upload this video. If you missed any part of this reading, it'll be up. You'll see the same exact images. That's how I kind of keep track of it. And just know that it's important for you to realize that as you come into your mission, you're not here to be liked by everyone. As a matter of fact, if you don't fucking piss people off here and there, you're playing it safe. You should be irreverent, unapologetic, honest, with integrity and love. But you don't have to kiss anyone's ass. You have to make sure that people get what they need from a place of devotion to their highest good. But you can't kiss ass and do that too. That's why you should read the story of The Emperor Has No Clothes. If you know that story, fantastic. If you don't, I'm going to give you a kind of a Reader's Digest. So there was a tailor who was a hustler, and he had decided that he would see if he could get away with it. He wanted to make a lot of money. He didn't have the money. I'm making it up, okay? But it's an actual story. The Emperor Has No Clothes. And he decided that he would somehow convince the royals and the king himself that only the most sublime minds and the highest royal bloodlines could see this material he had weaved, this cloth. And so he had the king come, or he came to the king's palace, and he made this huge kind of show of the unraveling this incredible luxurious material made of stars and planets and gold. He said, "Sire, only the most evolved minds can see this material, and I would be honored to make a suit from this cloth." And the king was so, honored, I guess, his ego being fed, that he decided that he would agree that yes, there's clothes right here, there's material here. And all of his courtiers agreed. All his yes men and yes women said, "Oh yes, oh sire, this material is so beautiful." Long story short, a suit was made, and admirations, and "Oh my God, sire, I've never seen such glow to your cloth, and this is so beautiful." And finally there was a parade, and he went down the parade with this material that was so intense that only the most incredible minds, incredible eyes, the most royal of royals could see it. And he was very proud, like a peacock, walking down absolutely fucking naked. And it was a boy that cried out in the crowd. No one dared say anything except that little boy, that little innocent, honest little mind saying, "The emperor has no clothes. The emperor has no clothes." And he kept yelling it out. The story was so important that the designer Karl Lagerfeld, who designed for his own line Chanel and Clio and other people, actually did a fairy tale book based on that story. The egoic mind can be convinced of anything. And so your job is to always have a Doc Holliday that tells you the truth, no matter how badly it feels sometimes, to protect you from being the emperor who has no clothes. And that's really important. And a lot of movie stars, a lot of singers, a lot of politicians, they don't have those people. They have yes men, yes women. You should always have somebody that looks you dead in the eye, who loves you, who wants the best for you, and says, you're fucking up. And who also says, bravo, man, you did it, you're kicking ass. You're fucking up. And who also says, bravo, man, you did it, you're kicking ass. You're fucking up. And who also says, bravo, man, you did it, you're kicking ass. You need a person like that. You need it. Okay? All right, my loves. Let me see any comments. One of my favorite childhood stories. I love the moral of it. Exactly. So did I. It was one of my favorite stories. All right, my loves. Thank you very much for your patience. Sending you much love. I'll go ahead and upload this tonight. Namaste. Be well. Much love. Take